Ingrid Müller was not your average concertgoer. At 70 years old, she had a lifetime of experiences that shaped her love for music, especially the heartfelt songs of Elton John. Growing up in Germany, Ingrid found solace in Elton's melodies during times of joy and sadness alike. His music was like a friend who always knew the right words to say. From a young age, she sang along to his hits, feeling a deep connection to the emotions they stirred within her. As she approached her birthday in 2016, Ingrid decided to attend a concert by her beloved artist in Berlin. The excitement bubbled inside her as she prepared for the special evening. She carefully crafted a bright sign that boldly proclaimed, "All I want for my birthday is to hear Blue Eyes." For Ingrid, this song was more than just notes and lyrics. It represented memories of love and loss, moments that had shaped her over the decades. With every note played that night, Ingrid felt as though Elton was singing just for her. She could hardly contain her excitement as she held up her sign high above her head, hoping that he would see it. Surrounded by fellow fans who shared her passion, Ingrid felt a sense of community and belonging. The energy in the venue was palpable, and she could hardly wait for the encore. Ingrid's heart raced as the concert neared its end. Little did she know, that night would become one of the most unforgettable moments of her life, a moment that would weave together the threads of music, hope, and emotion in a way she could never have imagined. As the lights dimmed in the Berlin concert venue, an electric energy rippled through the crowd. Fans of all ages gathered, each person buzzing with excitement and anticipation. The air was filled with a mix of laughter, chatter, and the unmistakable sound of music reverberating from the stage. Colorful lights danced across the audience, illuminating eager faces that awaited the arrival of their musical hero, Elton John. Ingrid sat among a sea of enthusiastic fans, her heart racing as the first notes floated into the air. The excitement was palpable. It felt as though everyone shared a single heartbeat, united by their love for Elton's music. The atmosphere transformed as the band took their places on stage, and when Elton finally stepped out, the crowd erupted in cheers. His presence was magnetic, and the excitement reached a fever pitch. Elton began to play hit after hit, filling the venue with powerful melodies and heartfelt lyrics. The audience sang along, their collective voices creating a beautiful harmony that enveloped Ingrid like a warm embrace. She marveled at how each song struck a chord within her, bringing back memories and emotions that spanned decades. For Ingrid, every lyric carried meaning, resonating with moments from her own life. As the night continued, the mood shifted to one of nostalgic reflection. Fans waved their arms in unison during uplifting songs and swayed gently during ballads that tugged at their hearts. The joy in the room was infectious, and Ingrid couldn't help but feel like she was part of something special, something bigger than herself. When intermission came, people shared excited stories about their favorite songs and memories tied to Elton's music. The feeling of camaraderie deepened as fans bonded over shared experiences. With a heart full of hope, Ingrid knew that this concert would be etched in her memory forever, setting the stage for something extraordinary still to come. Amidst the vibrant energy of the concert, Ingrid clutched her birthday sign tightly, her heart full of hope. The bright letters boldly declared, "All I want for my birthday is to hear Blue Eyes." To her, this simple message held profound significance. It was not just a request for a song, it symbolized years of cherished memories tied to Elton John's music. Ingrid had listened to Blue Eyes countless times, often reflecting on life's ups and downs with each note. The song encapsulated moments of love and heartache, a soundtrack to her journey through the years. As she prepared for the concert, she felt a wave of nostalgia wash over her, inspiring her to create the sign. It was a way to express not only her admiration for Elton, but also the deep emotional impact his music had on her life. Holding up the sign felt like a leap of faith. She hoped that Elton would notice and recognize the heartfelt yearning behind her words. The other fans around her shared in her excitement, some even encouraging her to wave it higher. Ingrid smiled at them, feeling empowered by their support. In that moment, she became part of a collective experience. The rhythm of shared dreams and wishes echoed throughout the venue. As the concert progressed, Ingrid's excitement mixed with anxiety. Would he see it? Would he play her song? These thoughts raced through her mind as each performance unfolded. Yet, despite any uncertainty, a sense of belonging filled her heart. The sign represented not just a wish but a connection, a bridge between her life and the music that had shaped it. She knew that regardless of what happened next, this night would hold a special place in her heart forever. As the concert neared its encore, the atmosphere in the venue buzzed with anticipation. Fans cheered and clapped, celebrating the incredible performance they had just witnessed. As Elton John basked in the adoration of the crowd, he began to scan the audience, a habit that had become second nature after years of performing. It was then that his gaze fell upon Ingrid, who was holding her sign high above her head. The bright letters clearly caught his eye amidst the sea of waving hands and flashing lights. For a brief moment, time seemed to stand still as their eyes met, and Ingrid felt a rush of exhilaration and disbelief coursing through her. Could he truly see her? Elton's expression shifted from one of joy to surprise as he recognized the heartfelt message on her sign. With an endearing smile, he turned to his bandmates, excitement lighting up his face. "Let's do one more," he announced, his voice ringing clear through the microphone. The crowd erupted in cheers, but all Ingrid could do was clutch her sign tighter, her heart racing with sheer joy. As he approached the piano, the atmosphere transformed into one of eager anticipation. The chatter hushed as fans leaned closer, ready to witness something special. Ingrid's mind raced with emotions. She could hardly believe that her wish might actually come true. This wasn't just another song. It was a moment that encapsulated her love for Elton's music and everything it represented in her life. While Elton settled onto the piano stool and began to play the opening notes of Blue Eyes, excitement surged through Ingrid. Tears of joy welled up in her eyes as she realized that this song, her birthday wish, would soon be filling the air, a beautiful tribute to the bond she felt with both the music and the artist who had shaped her memories for decades. As the audience erupted in cheers at Elton John's announcement, an air of surprise and excitement filled the venue. The band members exchanged quick glances, their faces mirroring the thrill that rippled through the crowd. This wasn't just another encore. It was a moment that transcended the usual routine of a concert. With a nod from Elton, the band settled into a relaxed rhythm, ready to support him if needed. Yet, they all sensed the special nature of this performance, one that would be intimate and personal. Elton's decision to play Blue Eyes solo on piano showed his understanding of the significance this moment held for Ingrid and everyone else in attendance. He had an uncanny ability to connect with his fans, making each performance feel uniquely tailored. As he adjusted himself at the piano, Elton's demeanor shifted. He was no longer just an artist performing for a crowd. He was a storyteller ready to weave together emotions and memories into a beautiful tapestry. The cheers began to quiet down as people leaned in closer, eager to soak in what was about to unfold. With fingers poised above the keys, he looked out into the audience again, scanning the sea of faces illuminated by stage lights. The realization that this was not just any song hung in the air. It was a gift from Elton to Ingrid and all those who appreciated the depth of his music. The audience felt it too, a sense of unity washed over them as they prepared to share in something extraordinary. When the first notes rang out softly, there was an instant connection that resonated deeply among fans who knew every word. As Ingrid wiped away her tears and listened intently, she knew this song's beauty would create lasting memories not only for her but for everyone fortunate enough to be part of this unforgettable moment. As the first notes of Blue Eyes flowed from Elton John's piano, a hush fell over the audience. The rich, melodic chords filled the air, creating an atmosphere that felt both intimate and reverent. In that moment, time seemed to slow. Elton poured his heart into each note, his fingers dancing gracefully across the keys, and the vulnerability in his voice captivated everyone present. Ingrid sat on the edge of her seat, tears streaming down her cheeks as she listened. Each lyric struck a powerful chord within her, echoing memories and emotions that stirred in her heart. The song's poignant message resonated deeply not only with her but also with the entire audience, drawing everyone into a shared emotional experience. Faces lit by the stage lights reflected joy, nostalgia, and a unifying sense of connection that filled the space. The piano's soft yet soaring sound created a magical ambience that enveloped the crowd, allowing them to lose themselves in the tender melodies. Fans swayed gently, their hearts intertwined with the music as they sang along softly. It was as if Elton was not just performing, he was speaking directly to Ingrid and all those who cherished this song. The energy in the room shifted from excitement to profound reflection, transforming the concert into a moment of collective intimacy. As he reached the bridge of Blue Eyes, Elton's voice soared higher, laden with emotion, inviting everyone to join in this beautiful tribute. Those who were familiar with the song closed their eyes and let it wash over them, while others listened intently, soaking in every word. By the time he reached the final notes, a wave of pure emotion swept through the venue. The audience erupted in applause and cheers, but Ingrid could only focus on her heart swelling with gratitude and joy. In that fleeting moment, Blue Eyes became more than just a song. It was a reminder of love and connection that brought everyone together on this special night. As Blue Eyes unfolded, Ingrid was consumed by an overwhelming wave of emotion. Each delicate note struck her heart like a gentle hand reaching out to the memories she held dear. Tears began to flow freely down her cheeks as she listened intently, unable to contain the profound happiness that swelled within her. It was as if every lyric resonated with her life's journey, painting vivid pictures of moments loved and lost. In that moment, Ingrid felt as if the world around her had vanished, leaving just herself and the soothing melody of Elton's voice. Her heart raced as he sang, bringing forth feelings of nostalgia that wrapped around her like a warm embrace. She couldn't help but recall the times when this very song had provided comfort during difficult moments in her life. Now, hearing it live, it transformed into something magical, an experience she would treasure forever. Surrounded by people who were equally captivated by the performance, Ingrid glanced around to see other fans sharing in the moment. Some wore smiles, others had tears in their eyes too, deeply touched by the beauty of the song. This sense of collective emotion made Ingrid feel connected not just to Elton but to everyone in the audience. She was part of something greater, a shared celebration of life, love, and music. As the final notes lingered in the air, a swell of gratitude rushed through Ingrid. She felt fortunate to witness this intimate performance dedicated to her birthday wish. Overwhelmed with joy, she clutched her sign tightly against her heart, knowing this was a night she would carry with her always. In that magical space filled with music and love, she let out soft sobs of joy, finally feeling complete and at peace in a way only music could provide. As Elton John poured his heart into Blue Eyes, the impact on the audience was palpable. Throughout the venue, fans swayed gently and sang softly, united in a shared emotional experience. The air buzzed with energy as each note struck chords not just within Ingrid's heart, but in the hearts of everyone present. It was as if a collective understanding had been forged, linking strangers together in a moment of pure joy. Those who had initially come to celebrate their individual experiences were now part of something greater. The tears brushed away by many were not just from sadness, they were tears of release and happiness. Some concertgoers exchanged glances filled with empathy, while others embraced one another tightly, feeling a profound bond over the music that spoke to them all. The song transcended its lyrics, weaving a story of love, longing, and nostalgia that resonated across generations. Younger fans hugged their parents and smiled knowingly, as if they understood the significance of these moments shared with one of music's greats. For older fans like Ingrid, it was a flashback to memories locked in time, reminders of romances and friendships formed over this unforgettable melody. The intimacy of Elton's solo performance allowed every listener to reflect on their own journey while collectively celebrating the magic of music. This shared experience ignited conversations among fans during applause breaks. Some expressed how they remembered hearing the song in significant moments of their own lives. The entire crowd felt connected by the threads of shared emotions weaving through every heart as they took in the beauty that surrounded them. As Blue Eyes came to an end, the audience erupted in cheers and applause that seemed to shake the very walls of the venue. Gratitude flooded through everyone. They all knew that they had been part of something extraordinary, a moment written into their lives forever, imprinted on their hearts through the brilliance of Elton John's music. As the concert drew to a close, the impact of that special performance lingered in the air, filling each heart with warmth and happiness. For Ingrid Müller, this night had become the defining moment of her 70th birthday celebration. The simple wish she had expressed through her sign had blossomed into a profound experience shared with her favorite artist and a crowd that felt like family. Elton John's solo rendition of Blue Eyes was more than just a song. It embodied the essence of love, connection, and memories that transcended generations. In that enchanting moment, time seemed to stand still as Ingrid gazed at the man who had gifted her with such joy. Her tears were not only of happiness but also gratitude for this rare opportunity to witness a performance that spoke directly to her soul. The audience began to disperse, but the energetic buzz remained palpable as fans exchanged stories and relived their favorite moments from the concert. Many reflected on how Elton's music had played a role in their own lives, creating an immediate sense of camaraderie among people who were once strangers. The bonds formed during that unforgettable evening would forever connect them to each other and to Ingrid's special birthday memory. As she exited the venue, Ingrid felt lighter than she had in years. With her sign still cradled in her arms and a heart full of cherished moments, she knew this experience would always hold a sacred place in her mind. It was not just an exceptional concert. It was a reminder of the beauty of music and its extraordinary power to unite people. The incredible emotions woven throughout that evening ultimately transformed Ingrid's birthday into an extraordinary celebration, a night where dreams came true through the magic of music and meaningful connections that would last a lifetime. The experience of that night in Berlin became a testament to the profound bond between artists and their fans. For Ingrid Müller and the audience, Elton John's performance was not merely entertainment. It was an emotional journey that resonated deeply within each person present. As they shared in the magic of Blue Eyes, the connection forged between them and the artist transcended the confines of the concert hall, creating memories that would last a lifetime. Ingrid's heartfelt request through her sign had sparked a moment that encapsulated the essence of what it means to be a fan. It highlighted how music can bridge gaps between generations, cultures, and individual experiences. For many in the audience, this concert was more than just a birthday celebration. It represented milestones, relationships, and personal stories tied to Elton's music. The communal joy felt during the performance reminded everyone that they were not alone in their experiences. They were part of something larger, a shared tapestry woven from countless threads of emotion. As fans left the venue that night, conversations flowed freely about how Elton John's songs had accompanied them through various phases of life, be it love, heartbreak, or triumph. These connections were more than just words. They reflected how music has the power to heal and inspire. Ingrid's tears of joy symbolized collective happiness felt by those around her, a universal acknowledgement that art has an uncanny ability to touch hearts. Ultimately, Ingrid's special birthday moment became a cherished memory that would echo in her heart long after the concert ended. She would always carry with her not only the joy of hearing her favorite song live but also the understanding that music can create lasting bonds between artists and fans. This unforgettable evening served as a reminder that every note played and every lyric sung creates connections that can inspire hope, unity, and love for years to come.